I've got a theory forming in my head. I've been looking at this Skadu tree. I've been looking at that big dragon down there. Terrible weather for it right now. But that giant dragon that you can just barely see in the fog, we found the thing that killed it on its head. It was like a big old grooved blade. And I came back here to this suppression pillar, which is apparently really important because there's a whole roadway leading up to it with multiple named sites of grace. And then I was looking at the Skadu tree in this terrible weather. And look at that. The Skadu tree is actually, like, impaled somehow. It's either impaled on a big grooved blade, or it's impaled on an entire extra tree, because the blade, like, branches out here. So it's like a tree wrapped around another tree, and it's that central straight tree that has the glowing golden dripping vein in it, and it's the other tree wrapped around it that doesn't. Okay, so I don't understand what this could mean, but I do have a weird item in my... Oh, yeah, I was trying to farm for a magma. I'll get to that later. I do have a weird item in my inventory that I have been questioning the purpose of. This stone-sheathed sword. I've been trying to figure out what the concept is for this sword. What's the deal? Why is this in the game? What is this lore? Relic of a lost civilization from a time long past, said to have served a ritual purpose at altars of light and darkness. Why can you not pull it from its scabbard? Why are they hiding the blade? What are they trying to conceal? What if that blade is similar to that tree blade and that dragon slaying blade? I don't know. I'm having ideas rattling around in my head. Also, this gigantic thing, this is said to have been a shard of an arrowhead from one of the old gods. If this is a shard of an arrowhead, then that means the old gods were pretty big. And when it's active, it has like this white vein running through a crack in the middle of it. What's another thing that has like weird cracks with veins in them? This also gets a split along it, running in a bunch of different directions. Also, death birds. Ah, now we can see everything clearly. Huzzah. Death birds also have that weird split running along their neck. You see, that is a big old sword with a grooved blade put right through the back of that dragon's head, and then its heart was probably eaten. Maybe by Bale, maybe by someone else, who knows. And another big old groove running down this kind of blade-shaped tree that is definitely a tree. It's like a tree impaling a tree, or a tree strangling and pulling down a tree. There's so many different ways to interpret what you're seeing here. And I'm not going to be able to put any sort of confidence into any theory about any of it yet, because I am not going the way that you're obviously supposed to. It's been a while since I went to a legacy dungeon. I clearly should be going this way. Like, there is a cross of Mikola hidden somewhere there. There's more waypoints over there for map fragments. But I'm not going over there. I'm talking to Mr. Righteous himself, Sir Ansbach, because I found a cross of Mikola next to Tiolier. I think that's how you pronounce his name. What is that painting? Is that Father Ariandel and Lady Frida? This is clearly the same canon. I found another one of those crosses. Righteous.
What brings you here?
Just being righteous, apparently. Hey, wait, but I found another cross, didn't I? Tialier. I found it. Maybe I already told Ansbach about this, and I just completely forgot. Who knows? What do I want to do today? What am I feeling? I'm feeling like the last couple sessions of exploration, I had a whole bunch of loose ends unresolved because it was like 85 degrees and my brain didn't work and I couldn't think. All I could do was complain. What can you help me with? I bought everything from you. Would you like to buy a zillion man-serpent shields? No? Good, because I would not want to sell them to you either. You see, I'm thinking about the magma build. I have the Talisman of the Dread equipped again. I have my magma sorceries equipped, including Rykard's Rancor. Last time I tested these, It was raining. I tested fire spells in the rain. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. So I got my buffs back. I got my things back. I can maybe actually make these magma shots do something good. I can give them another try. And I realized this magma boosting talisman raises potency of magma. There are things other than spells and, you know, there's some dragon incantations, but also there's weapons that make magma. Like boop-a-doop-a-doop. The magma blade that you get from the magma worm. That creates magma. Or there's like the magma whip. That creates magma. And then I was like, oh, the serpents also have that magma blade. Let me pick up one of those magma blades. You know, I tried to get the magma blade. I really, 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 really tried until I didn't anymore, until I gave up. But for today, I'm not even using any of those weapons anyway, because all the time that I would have spent upgrading them and statting myself out for them was instead spent farming for an item that I didn't get. Wild. We never finished the Fort of Reprimand, so I'm going there. I could go in here, the Ruined Forge lava intake, because this Ruined Forge made me really intrigued. There might be lore about ancient titanic gods or something. But instead, I'm going to this Fort of Reprimand, which I think seems to be like a place where troops of Mesmer go to be punished and hung. How does hanging from the neck until dead work in a land where the rune of death was sealed? Also, I'm really allergied out. You can probably hear that in the congestion in my voice. What's up here? Immediately go the opposite direction. Nothing. Cool. So this fort. Let's go. Let's figure out what the heck is going on. I cannot use this on torrent back. Okay. So watch these magma sorceries actually do something. Oh. I was not looking at the screen. And big boom. Just stagger you. You would think I would know how to fight an omen. I'm just immediately failing. The reason I'm not using the basic magma shot is because the omen killers can dodge. You would think I would know their moveset. You would think I would know their moveset. But yeah, they can just dodge out of the way. Jeez. Welcome to I suck because I haven't played in a while. And also I normally suck. This is the worst enemy to test these on. And this is the worst time to test these, because I'm not playing well. There. I managed to kill one enemy. Through staggering incompetence, I managed to kill one enemy, and now I need to rest again. Oh man. I won't fight that omen killer with the magma sorceries. This is a disaster already. Fan-friggin-tastic. We're back to this again. I also love how this hammer that I'm wielding explicitly says in the description that you should buff it with a holy imbuement for extra power, and I'm just like, screw that, I will make it frost, and somehow it's working great. I actually really like it with the frost infusion. As stupid as that is. Alright, friend. You with your million delayed attacks that I have never bothered to memorize. There are just too many enemies in Elden Ring, you know? Too many enemies to memorize the patterns of. Why memorize pattern when big damage number make enemy go bye-bye? Why learn to get better at game when could be bad at game instead? And still win, because game is easy. Except game is not easy. We've already been here. This is a dead end. This is an absolute dead end. We can drop through, because I already cleared out, like, part of this fort. A little. Cleared out is a generous term. There's a hole in the floor over here. Perfect. This must be how you access everything else. That doesn't look friendly. This looks like a Yep, it's another one of these. It's another corpse pile. Why? Why is this the thing? Just smashing my face into a wall. Why? This looks like if I were a jerk and I were also a game designer, I would put like finger crawlers on the ceilings here and little hidden alcoves that you couldn't see. And so then you would like see some of the finger crawlers drop down on you. Around the corner. I knew it. Jeez, your attacks just cover everything. So do mine. It's fine. Reset your frostbite. It all makes sense. Do you drop those little golden... No, iris of occultation. What the heck is an iris of occultation? Place on the eye of another to deny them light in all its forms, can also be used to receive the blessing of an equipped great rune at the cost of all runes currently held, an iris that is as dark as night. In the realm of shadow, this artifice was employed by the priests of the ERDTREE to intensify the fears of their flock to magnificent effect. That is Marika's Scar Seal. That is absolutely just straight up Marika's Scar Seal, but shadow version. That's it. Place on the eye of another to deny them light in all its form. Is this like something... To receive the blessing of an equipped great rune at the cost of all runes currently held? That's wild. That's weird. Is this something that Marika used to deny grace to people? Who knows? I'm sure I'll learn more about it later. I'll come back to it. This is a legendary pickup. What could it possibly be? Marika's rune. Oh, I was not expecting this. In a random corpse pile. Golden remnants of the grace personally bestowed by Queen Marika to the heroes who joined the crusade for her. Used to gain 80,000. Yeah. The brilliance of Queen Marika's grace blinds even the very best. Oh. Okay, so she gave this grace to the people who, some of them were actually forced to go on this crusade. Others probably went willingly. And she gave them this grace as like their payment, their incentive, their empowerment. And then this could be employed to darken that grace. The fact that these were found right next to each other, I feel is significant. Okay, it said elsewhere that they were bestowed grace and like forced to do this, so that makes a kind of sense. Aha, a ladder. I was wondering how I would get to the rest of the place. Hello, bird. It's okay. Mesmer Soldier Ashes. One soldier wields an axe while the others wield a spear. Both of them are adept at charge attacks. These soldiers belonged to the ignoble penal battalion and were buried hidden from the ERDTREE's sight. Wow. Okay, so these specific soldiers that I got the ashes of, I don't think that means all of Mesmer's soldiers. I think it just means these specific buried ones are from, like, this penal detention area where they were punished or reprimanded by being killed. Hello, squirrelies. And we're buried outside of the ERDTREE's site. So the ERDTREE, the analog for the ERDTREE, is connected to the ERDTREE. It's viewed as something good by the Crusaders. So it's like their stand-in for the ERDTREE. But it's two trees, okay? That's clearly two trees, like, wrapped around each other, and one of the trees might also be a sword, based on my stupid ramblings at the start of all this. I'm thinking. I'm not going to figure any of this out until I've played the DLC, like, 8 trillion times through, which is never going to happen. So I'm never going to figure it out. Classic. But that is like, that's the human condition, you know? That's life, the universe, and everything. That's adventure and excitement and really wild things. You set out on journeys that you know you will never complete, because the journey is the point. Sometimes. But other times you really want to complete a journey, you know? Other times you really want... Oh, hello! You're just a straight-up boss. Just out of nowhere. Well, I already had a lot of trouble fighting a normal twin blade knight, Edred. You're a field boss in a dungeon. I like that. I just round the corner and instant boss health bar. Thank you for being so patient with me. Okay. These really are like the stand-in Crucible knights. Whew. I don't think I'm going to be able to win this. Whoop. Total focus. Quick stomp. I can't talk. Oh, I broke him out of that. Oh, that was high damage. High damage. Can't believe that missed. Good jumping dodge evasion there, dude. Oh no! I'm screwing up. And big step. My depth perception is non-existent. It's almost like I'm playing on like a 2D surface or something. I can't believe I won. I can't believe I won. I don't feel warmed up at all. I haven't played in a while. I don't remember how to play. Ash of War. Aspect of the Crucible Wings, and it's a sacred. And I just restatted myself to have higher intelligence again. I literally just did it. I restatted myself to have higher intelligence again, and now look. Okay, this is all slightly deceptive because I have Godric's Great Rune activated right now. Because I was farming, and I wanted literally every point of arcane I could muster. But yeah, I just statted back. Oh, maybe that's why I beat this guy so easily. Maybe that's why I survived. But that is a sacred incantation. That is actually... That's so cool! The skill originates from the life forms of the Crucible. Grow a golden pair of wings and take to the air before diving down at the foe weapon first. A spinning attack is performed when wielding a twin blade. Usable on swords as well as pole arms capable of thrusting. Hot diggity dang. Hot diggity Dusseldorf. That is incredible. I need to use that. I need to use that. It's not looking good for my magma sorceries. Oh gosh. I think I'm just unskilled at using these magma sorceries. Whenever I've used a spell and thought, oh dang, that sucks, what that usually actually means to me, cross a Mikola up there, what that usually actually winds up meaning is that I didn't understand what the spell was meant to do. Are those turquoise glints in the stars? Those are like the colors of different glintstones. Have those always been there? Am I going crazy? Have those literally always been in the night sky? Are those levitating above the fort? No, the parallax makes them seem like they're up in the night sky. That's weird. But yeah, I think I just failed to understand the utility of the magma sorceries. Like the way they put stuff on the ground, the way you need to target them differently. They're about stagger. If they do bad damage, odds are they're good at staggering. That's the general pattern. Okay, what do we got here? Battlefield Priest's Cookbook 2. A record of crafting techniques left by the devout battlefield priests. That's the ERDTREE, definitely. Or maybe something else. These keepers of the faith fought bitterly to spread their gospel in the realm of shadow, where there was no ERDTREE to gaze upon. The festive Greece. Okay, but the festive Greece that we picked up is like something that the Golden Order tacitly tolerated for the ERDTREE to tacitly tolerate. So why would an ERDTREE cookbook be something used to create something that predated the ERDTREE? I am confounded and confusticated. How do I get up there? That's my next goal. Get up there. Well, actually, my next goal is to double check that I really have cleared out everything in this fort, which I think I have. I really liked rounding a corner and instantly getting rushed by a boss. That was hilarious. It was hilarious, and boy, it woke me up, because I'm recording kind of in the morning. I never, ever, ever, ever want to record when it's 80 degrees ever again. Never, ever, ever will I ever, ever, ever. I get stupid. I get impatient. Hello, friends. Last time I used frost from a bottle. This time I use frost from a foot. It works just as well. Hello, friends. It works every time. This hammer is seriously great. Currently, it's doing a lot more damage than normal as well because of Godric's rune and its multi-stat scaling. Yeah. I didn't clear out this. You see? Had I just assumed I had cleared everything out, then... Oh yeah, this is the torture room. I remember looking at this torture room and clicking my tongue and saying, maybe don't do that. What was downstairs? Who knows? Oh my gosh. Big step. I don't know why it makes me so happy to say that every time I use this Ash of War. But it does. Hello, sir. I have one healing flask left. What were you coveting down here? Smithing Stone 6. I just bought 120 of those earlier. It is good that they're dropping smithing stones in such ridiculous amounts, though, because these amounts are not actually ridiculous at all. They are fairly reasonable, considering how many of them you need to upgrade one weapon. Okay, now I have cleared out the Fort of Reprimand. I have teased out all the little bits. And ordinarily, the cool thing about recording is my brain is like 30% functional in terms of thinking about the context of what's going on around me while playing. But then when I watch back the recording, my brain is like 40% functional. And that's pretty good for me. That's a pretty big percentage. Oh, hey, what's up? Yeah, I didn't spawn from that one. I'm over here. What are you going to do about it? This thing has very short range. Are you going to drop down? Why did I do this to myself? Why have I doodly-did this? Okay. Okay, hitting me through the walls. Okay, no weapon rebound. I can fight unfairly too. I can take advantage of your terrible AI. I can put magma over the edge. It's all boosted by the Talisman of the Dread. Theoretically. I think we got him. Now, this one, it uses the word charge in the wording for that sorcery I was using. And this enhances charge spells, but I don't know if it actually enhances the ones that you hold down perpetually like that. I have no clue how that works. No clue at all. Okay. We've cleared this fort. Perfect. Let's try to find that cross. Also, I wonder what that battlefield that the dragon was on looks like now that the dragon is dead. Are there just going to be a bunch of happy soldiers like, hooray, the dragon disappeared for some reason? Who knows? I'll go find out. After remaining hydrated. It's raining again. Oh, it's raining again. Okay. And I should scout out the walls, because this is the slowest paced playthrough of all time. I need... Oh, I destatted my faith. I don't have lightning. Hello. Yeah, you're gonna swing it around, aren't you? Bonk. Bonk. Trees do not fare well in Elden Ring. And I don't have... Oh, wait, I do have lightning. I'm smart. Pfft. Okay. Never, ever, ever say that you're smart in a Souls game. Never, ever, ever say that you're smart. It doesn't matter if you acknowledge your hubris. The game is still gonna kill you. Regardless of acknowledgement of hubris. I feel like normally I'm better at the game than this. Maybe it's because maybe it's because it's morning. Always blame the environment. Always blame the environment. Never yourself. Never yourself. Okay, where'd my runes go? Because I needs them. Hello, friend. This time... never have I ever seen a spell whip so badly. Okay. We got this. It's fine. It's not fine at all. My depth perception is just not doing anything. Torrent! Run! It's so much more vulnerable when it's open like that with the snakes. Wait, snakes? Mesmer? All along, they were dropping the lore on us all along. I'm not waiting for Blue Dew to get all that back. Oh, there's two of them. Of course there's two of them. And it can just drive forever, and it doesn't have a head. Of course why would there only be one? Why would there ever only be one? I'm switching to those dual axes, even though I have terrible stats for them now. Those at least deal native lightning damage. Native lightning damage. Death Knight, let's go. And I no longer have any great rune activated. Let me get my bazillion runes. My million bazillion runes. I honestly like keeping these runes around. Okay, so don't go too far that way, because then another one shows up. It's been a while since I used this. There it is. Oh, I was out of stamina. Stamina management. Stamina management. Apparently if you mash the bumpers, that lasts less time, maybe? Theoretically? I'm not actually sure if that's true. Running. Okay, got one. Even with 36 faith, those are my actual stats right now. So even with 36 faith, these are still okay. Also, I haven't thrown a hefty Rancor pot yet. Oh my gosh. You're fast. Okay, the hefty Rancor pot seems to be so slow that it just cannot keep up with this thing. Oh, you're blind, so that makes you like way more dangerous, because of course it does. Because of course it does. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Walking to the side on these ones seems to work. It's like the Godskin Noble. Oh, I'm sorry, I dropped off a tiny rock right at the end of that move. Yeah, if I just strafe, it gets stuck on a rock and breaks my strafing move. It's getting stuck on the terrain to its own advantage. The terrain can be your enemy if you allow it to be. But it can also be your friend if you try. The terrain is part of the battle. It's an enemy and a friend of me. It all makes sense. So what glories have we unlocked by fighting through the hardest boss fight in the entire game? They really want to make sure you have smithing stones. If you were doing a playthrough where you just beelined it here without picking up any of the bell bearings, these pickups would probably be really exciting. Well, that was close. That was a little close. Legendary item pickup. Who knows what it could be? Blessing America. We've already read that. But I'll read it again. Why did it not show up in recent items? The smithing stones showed up in recent items. Maybe it's because it went into storage because I can only carry one. But I remember it said that Marika made that to try and cure Mesmer, but it apparently didn't work or something because she never ever attempted it again. We are not dealing with Bale, okay? Dragon Bale was being built up to be the baddest bad guy to have ever been a bad guy, and maybe is also like a frenzied flame dragon and got like grievously wounded while wounding Placidusax. Yeah, that seems nasty. Seems real nasty. I don't want to deal with him until I'm far enough into the DLC that my will has broken and I've restatted into a less terrible split stat build. Yeah, there's nothing else to explore here. I actually went around that corner already, over there. There was a rune arc. Big whoop. I spent the rune arc, I lost the rune arc. Such is the way of the lives. What do I want? I made this spear. You can actually inflict status effects with the throwing weapon, I discovered, when I made it cold. Making it cold made it scale off dex, which did, like, no damage. No dragon. The camp is not trampled flat. I see a way up over there. That's clearly how I go over there. Hello, friend. I picked that up in the middle of the battle. Do these Embers of Mesmer respawn? They do. So I can craft those weird sneaky orbs. Before I forget, check out... I'm pretty sure I saw this in the middle of that chaotic fight. Those are faster than I thought. Maybe those could be good. Maybe those could be great. Maybe they could be the best thing ever. The answer is definitely no, though. What is this? Is this like a fake... Is this like a fake site of grace? To make them feel like they're sitting at a site of grace? Even though they aren't? Because they probably don't have the guidance? Wow, that was... Torrent, you are... perfect. Torrent, you're the best. Based on this summon thing, it seems like you could have also approached it from there. We're in Skadu Altus right now. We're in a whole new area of the map. A whole new area. Let's stay on task. There was a cross of Makella. Ooh, pieces of candy everywhere. Oh, this place is great. Why is every tree twisted over just like the Skadu tree? Just like the Skadu tree. What's the deal? Is the Skadu tree the twisted tree? Or is the Skadu tree the not twisted tree? Who could ever say? These are all rhetorical questions, by the way. Oh, hi, doggy. You were cleverly camouflaged against the grass. Perfect. I see completely normal bats. Okay. I'll put on the spear. I'll put on the spear and go bat hunting. The magic infusion gave it the best damage, but the cold infusion would have been the coolest. Being able to do fully charged spear throws on horseback is so cool. I'm so glad they added this. It feels so natural for throwing weapons to work this way. Okay, bat. I was slow on the gravitas. I should have made this cold. That would have been good. But it would have dealt less damage. But the cold damage would have been, you know, percentage damage. Oh. And I don't even have the throwing items equipped, like the items that buff throws. This is as low power as it could possibly be. While you're stunned, let me switch that to that, and that to that. Yeah, now let's see. That's a bit more. That's quite a bit more. It sometimes just does a ridiculous amount of damage, and I don't know if that's because it's getting a headshot or not. Okay, what's down there? I have not been there. That's a whole new area. Wow, it's golden! So this is actually what Skadu Altus looks like, and now we can really see these streams coming off of the tree. Like that's flowing from all the way up at the top. These are very much like the motes of grace you sometimes see in like the divine towers and stuff. I don't know. Strange though. That's just a tree, right? That's not a critter. Yeah. Just a tree. Just a simple tree in it. That is for a spirit spring. Did I miss a spirit spring? It was locked. Thank you for leaving. That means you don't have to die. Somewhere a spirit spring has been unsealed. I hear with my special ears, my binocular hearing. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Let's make sure I picked up everything else around here, though. And then we can ascend to what I can only assume is a place I could also access from going over that way. Crosses of Mikola are usually gathering places for cool NPCs. Maybe we will meet someone, and maybe I will remember how to pronounce their name after just one time hearing it. I destatted my faith, but this is still ridiculously powerful. Done. Easy. Easy peasy. Always have a solution for undead. Always, be it sacred pots, or one weapon with sacred blade imbued into it. Anything like that. Makes a world of difference. There you go. These Gravebirds. I picked it up for this playthrough finally. The Twin Bird is said to be the envoy of an outer god, and mother of the Deathbirds. A twin bird. A bird that is a twin. And the Deathbirds, it says Deathbirds there. Are those distinct from Deathrite birds? Who knows? And these golems, Gravebirds, were made to be companions to the Deathbirds. I'm shooting 2 of the Frisbees because they could fly away before the first Frisbee comes back. You never know. You never know. Except for when you do know. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's up with a twin bird. Emissary of an outer god, I'm not sure what outer god that would be. Maybe there's just straight up an outer god of death. There is an invisible wall here. You're not supposed to climb that. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm definitely not still bitter about not getting one of those magma blades from those lizards and only getting a zillion shields instead. I'm not bitter. You're bitter. I'm savory. Oh, they're doing the poses. There we go. I need to keep my eyes out for these. These dang birds. These dang birds. I have very, very, very few flasks. I wonder why. We cleared the whole fort. We went all the way up to the top. Everywhere that was everywhere that we could possibly go, we went. It's all good. I don't need to worry about it as much. I worry too much. I'm a worrier. And I think these games feed into that proclivity for worrying, because in these games, if you worry, you prepare. And if you prepare, then the game is easier, and you feel rewarded for having been prepared. The map fragment is somewhere in that area. I'm sure it is. And good for that map fragment. You can really see how that's like more of a linear area. That's like a classic... It's verging on a Dark Souls area design of like these narrow paths with just sort of balloons of more open world. I've been spending too much time in the open world. I've been spending too much time galloping around big empty fields. I want to go to a magical, densely designed dungeon. I want to do it. I want to experience more of the main path, but here I am. Here I am. So the important NPC here is a boar. ERDTREE fragment. You're the important NPC. I abandon here my eye. Mikola was really going all out. Mikola was really going all out on abandoning everything of everything. Skadu View Cross. It is a pretty nice view of the ERDTREE. Hello, boars. Don't mind me. I'm just taking in the views. Taking in the views for the bazillionth time. That church looks more major than most churches. A lot less run down. Gosh, what will we find at the base of this thing? What is all this? I need to know, but I keep just screwing around, going in exactly the opposite direction down there. I'm pretty sure there's stuff there that I have not found yet, as well. The siren's call of going the opposite way from what seems like the right way. Oh, it's so hard to resist. In fact, why even bother resisting? I'm going back. Because again, I saw something in the recording. Near the Giganto Dragon, I saw something in the recording that I need to check out. A possible path to new lands. It's possible. I'm not coping. I'm not putting off the inevitable. I'm not afraid of whatever the next big boss is going to be. That's a lie. I totally am. But seriously, I want to get down there to the beach. I need to know what's at the beach. I'm going there now. I'm going right back there, foot of the jagged peak. You'll see. You'll see and you'll rue the day you laughed at me. I know you laughed at me because I can hear clamoring voices laughing in my head. And those must be real, right? This is the wrong place. Grand Altar of Dragon Communion. Maybe the priestess will give me another of those one-use items, or maybe I literally wasted it. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, priest.
Warrior true.
Yeah. Ask for power.
If you hunger and seek to slay Baal,
Yeah, I'll do that later.
strength in the name of my Lord. Placidusax.
That's the only time anyone says Placidusax out loud. And it's so quiet, I'm not even confident on the pronunciation still. Placidusax or Placidusax? Placidusax. Placidusax. Yeah. Okay, watch this. Watch this. This gigantic piece of terrain that is also a dragon can ride all over around it. But down here, if you go down here, I noticed when I was exploring this little thing, look at this, look at this. Look at that. That is a frickin' treetop. That is a coniferous tree. A coniferous tree underneath a carnivorous dragon. There's stuff down there. Have I been down there before? I don't know. But the question is, can I survive a fall? Drum roll, please. Okay, hear me out. What if I went a little lower? What if I went a little lower and also gave myself more max health? I'm bargaining. Drum roll, please. Da, 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 da. I knew it. I knew all along. I knew I always knew. All along, all along. That wasn't even that bad of a fall. I just needed to be slightly higher up. The amulet was unnecessary. Back to the Bluetooth. Always back to the Bluetooth. Have I been here before? This whole field area looks the frickin' same. It all looks the same, but that goes down. Oh, I think I have made a breakthrough in progression. I think I've gone doodly did it. I'm a bloody genius, I am. I've figured it out. I've sussed out the mystery. Now I'm down here in the secret grave of Sharo. I should really just commit to a pronunciation. Another of these Finger Weaver's Hovel. Just weaving your fingers together, huh? Aha! My theory is proven true. The Finger Creepers hail from these ruins. Oh, Finger Creeper lore. So now must I sound this one hanging bell, and sweetly cradle shall I come to be at the bosom of the exalted mother. Sweetly cradled shall I come to be at the bosom of the exalted mother. Theory is proven true. The Finger Creepers hail from these ruins, so there are ruins somewhere. So now must I sound this one hanging bell, and sweetly cradled shall I come to be at the bosom of the exalted mother. Okay, Finger Weaver's Cookbook. I've been wondering about these weird Finger Creepers and why they look like Rykard's hands but are historically predating Rykard probably. A record of crafting techniques left by a determined student of the Finger Ruins. His brush with the sublime all but shattered his mind, though he was left capable enough to leave these few precious words. Can craft a glinting nail. A glinting nail, you say. There was also this weird rock that I crafted that can make a noise imitating human presence. I assume that's for stealthiness? Stealthosity? A glinting nail requires a pearlescent scale from hunting lamprey. Lamprey apparently exist. Use FP to fire a shattering magic nail. What does that mean? Nail stone with shining fingerprints floating above. Oh no. The lampreys that guard the Finger Ruins resemble fingers far more than they do humans, and so the Finger Weavers imitated their sorcery. A magic nail that crumbles during flight. I can't craft one and try it out because, you know, I don't have dead lampreys. Yeah. Finger stuff. Gross and weird. Do I have a good fire weapon? I respect the spear to magic. I'm a foolish fool. I don't need a good fire weapon. I have good fire spells. The best fire spells. The magma ones. They're going to be great. Okay, this is like prime territory for one of those little buckets to be hanging off of a rope. I've just been given like 2 huge leads. I've been given a path downwards over there, and I've been given a hint that there are finger ruins that could maybe answer the questions about those bizarre finger crawlers. And instead I'm like, oh, but I'm looking for a third thing. Now I want to find a bucket. I want to find a wall bucket. I want to find me some wall treasure. It's going to be great. See? How could a spell that killed a bear in 3 hits be bad? It's great. I really think its main thing is for maintaining stagger. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm real sorry. See, that time I charged it. So it only required 2 for a normal bear. That's pretty good. That's really, really good. Is this empty? Is this a glorious, fabled dead end? Is this just nothing at all but tons of glowy blue flowers? There could be so many illusory walls here, but I am going to rise above the illusory wall brain rot. I am going to leave. I'm going to ascend to a higher plane of enlightenment where I simply accept that some things are not meant to be. And I won't hit any more walls. Except that one. Won't hit any more walls. Except this tree. Okay, so there's nothing here. There are no buckets. There's nothing at all. Perfect. Now we can go down. So the finger ruins are close to here. I did see this weird area up from the bits of the jagged peak I was on that had a bunch of finger-like protrusions with finger-like prints on them. So maybe those are the finger ruins. I see you. You think you're so smart. You think you can get me. I've been through Kari and Royal Manor a zillion bazillion times. You ain't gonna get me. Nuh-uh. I'm gonna get you. Ho ho, I dodged. For the first time in my life. For the first time in my entire meager life, I dodged you. What kind of Somber Smithing Stone do you drop? Somber Smithing Stone 0. That's perfect. And then, boom. Just keep it staggered. Just keep it staggered. Totally, 1,000,000% worth it. You dropped something. Somber Smithing Stone 5. Perfect. Here's another one. Okay. You got this. Hype yourself up. Hype yourself up. Magma shots are totally, totally great. They're the best. They're going to be fully buffed. And fully staggering the enemy. It's fine. Everything is completely fine. I've got this under control. What is that? Finger Mimic. I'm listening. Light pink mushroom. Oh, good. Okay. Good. Good. Resembling a wizened finger. Material used? Yeah. Used by those who wish to become fingers to induce hallucinations. They call these mushrooms the stillborn of the two fingers. This is getting really weird and creepy real fast. Real fast. Have you heard of the finger mimics? They are mushrooms, said to be the stillborn fingers of the two fingers. Yes, exactly. I wonder if Melina has dialogue for the DLC. Like if you bring Melina here alive. I bet she doesn't. I bet she doesn't say a single thing about it at all. Ever. Ever. Not a single word. Okay. There are paths down. That must be a leech. Ooh, things are getting real Bloodborne around here. Because, you know, Bloodborne is the only source of creepy worm monsters in all of human media. No one's ever made a creepy worm monster other than From Software. So that's the craftable thing. Okay. You look creepy. Well, you take fire damage, so that's nice. You have so many eyes. Look at this. Look at how many eyes. And it fades away so I can't look at the corpse. I think most things in the Shadowlands just fade out instantly. In the main game, it's kind of hit or miss whether or not a thing does that. But in this, it seems pretty consistent. I haven't been over there yet. That's a different furnace golem. The layers. The layers. There's so many of them. Why did I drink? Why did I do that? Okay. Yep, more of these. More of these. Because they didn't have enough. Oh, God. Okay, buy time. Heal. Run up. Gelmir's Fury. That took too long. Gelmir's Fury. Come on, please. This isn't working. It's supposed to get staggered by flames. Quick shot. Okay, that's weird. Normally it's supposed to get staggered by flames. Gosh, these spells are slow. They're so much slower than the giant incantations. Hot dang. No, they're great. They're great. I'm just using them wrong. It's the wrong use case. It's the wrong use. It's raining right now. They're not at their best. Plus, I didn't support them with a Giant's Flame incantation. How did that miss? I guess it's a low-to-the-ground enemy. Low-to-the-ground enemy, and this is a low-to-the-ground shot, so it didn't actually intersect its hitbox. You are creepy. I think that was pretty much a one-shot, or it would have been. Pearlescent scale, there we go. Now we can maybe start crafting those things. Found by hunting lamprey, a glassy and glistening fragment of pearlescent hue. These retrograde scales are found embedded deep within the skin of lamprey. I'm not enough of a biology nut to remember what a retrograde scale is. I can't remember. It's come up in an item description before, though. I'll completely forget to look it up later. That's my plan. I'm planning to forget to look it up later. It's important to make realistic plans. Okay, fingerprints don't necessarily have to mean frenzy, but they totally do. Yeah. Yeah, got it. See? Easy. Easy. I've been wondering about the 2 fingers, the other 2 fingers that Ronnie killed, the 3 fingers, all the 2 fingers at the tops of Divine Towers. I've been wondering about them, but I didn't actually want answers. I wanted to never think about them again. I'm just impossible to satisfy. Completely impossible. As long as I get a direct hit. Takes him out in one shot. Boom. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. It's because they have these big hitboxes, there's always part of them in the magma on the ground. Oh. I didn't need that final spell. It's fine. And flasks refilled. I really like that about exploring. And Bluetooth helps a lot. Bluetooth helps a heck of a lot. Infinite mana. Just don't think about it too hard, and it's infinite mana. I'm hearing tinkle, sprinkle, twinkling titanite noises. But I think they're just an ambient part of the environment. Yeah, these sparkles in the air are different from the sparkles I was seeing up in the night sky. They're completely different. There is going to be a boss down there that absolutely kicks my head in. Just my brain pan is going to be simmering my own brains inside of it. I could jump on that. But I won't. I won't do it. I wasn't sure how far I was going to fall there. I did not look before I stepped. Cerulean Coast? It says coast. That means the coast is accessible from here. That means... Could dropping down up there have been the intended road? Could that have been intended? Am I an absolute genius? I'm an absolute genius either way. I fell off of a cliff, therefore I'm a genius. Oh, they saw me. They saw me. They saw me. I keep thinking I'm seeing Spirit Springs, but I'm not seeing anything. This is creepy. This is creep-tastic. Piece of candy, console me. Thank you. I will never eat you, probably. Okay, I'm getting out of here. I'm resetting aggro. I've never actually fought these lampreys. You know what? I have a frickin' shield and a frickin' hammer. I don't need to be a cowardly wizard. I don't need to be. I have 50 vigor. I'm fine. I'm completely fine. When I started this save file, the initial idea was to just play a wizard with 9 vigor and not level up vigor and see how far in the game I would get. Playing entirely offline, no summoning anybody else, just me and 9 vigor. I made it to the fire giant. I cleared pretty much everything in the game up to the fire giant, and that's about when I stopped having fun with 9 vigor and actually spec'd into not getting killed in one hit by everything. Yeah. Finger Ruins of Rhea. Not Raya. Not Zoraya. Rhea. Someone else. Okay, so you've got like 1 sorcery. You're a 1-trick lamprey. You have such a big hitbox that you're really easy to fight on horseback. Actually, those freezing nail things that they're throwing out that split up into like multiple nails kind of reminds me of what the necromancers were spouting at me in that catacomb. The catacomb. Okay, I had like an area announcement title saying I was on a coast. I hope I can access the beach. I really hope I can access the beach. Yeah, these, I did not need to be afraid of these. Just walk up to things and hit them with a big hammer. Perfect solution to any kind of phobia. Any kind of fear in a Souls game. Just walk up to it and try hitting it with a big hammer. See if it's vulnerable to frostbite. Read its resume. It's not that intimidating. There we go. There's a boss over there. That is the bossest boss arena to have ever been an arena with a boss. And there's a little lamprey being all sad. It would be really cool to just ride ahead right into that boss. Just no hesitation. Immediately straight to the boss. Let's go. How cool would that be? How cool of a guy would I be to do that? Pretty cool. Anyway, let's go the opposite direction. No, there's paths going up. There's stuff going around there. I think we can make it to the beach. I want to make it to the beach. You're just the lamprey equivalent of snake folks. You even have the little legs. You got the little... Wait, and their body plan is actually kind of similar to Rykard's. By a weird twist of fate. Hey you, want to see a cool move that I haven't used in a million years? It's called a guard counter with this special weapon. It does holy damage. You might be really, really weak to holy damage, actually. They drop finger mimics as well. Okay. So these are going to be used by some singular crafting recipe that I'm probably not even going to find, because even though I am tediously searching everything... Are these eggs? Egg? Are they egg? Nailstone? Nailstone? Hollow Knight? Flake-like stone shard with a faint fingerprint engraving. A piece that came loose from the tip of one of the column-like stone fingers that grow at finger ruins. Huh. So these are finger ruins. Confirmed. Absolutely 1,000,000% confirmed. These are the finger ruins. They are ruins and they are fingers. What does it mean? The Shadowlands, I'm still not sure if all of the Shadowlands are associated with death, or if it's just like the parts that I have spent a ton of time noodling around in. Like, is this a graveyard of fingers? Fingers are like emissaries of the greater will, right? They're weird alien things sent down to the world to do the greater will's bidding. And to like preach the good word. At least that's what I think. What if the finger readers can't actually read the fingers? What if they're just all crazy? Well, I mean, we knew they were crazy. Pretty much everyone in Elden Ring is crazy. But what if they were like extra double crazy and they thought they could read the fingers, but they couldn't? I'm not going to ride around and comb every inch of this place to get these dark gray glowing pickups. There's a path over there. And I just got the ability to summon Yash. So that's cool. I'm going to go up this path. Mark my words, there's going to be a site of grace up there, and it's going to be the perfect site of grace. The perfect site of grace for tackling what is inevitably a giant boss. Look at that over there. 10 trillion% a giant boss. I'm going to get a site of grace. It's going to be good. Why not just rely on the inevitable stake of Marika? Excellent question, because I'm probably going to want to... So that's what that can do. Can I stand... I was really prone for a while there. Oh my gosh, it's paralysis. It all makes sense now. No, my pointy gnome hat. Let me go. So speaking of a side of gray, it was like sticking out of a portal. Whoa, wait, was that one of those blasphemous fingers sticking out of a portal? Was it flipping me off through interdimensional space? And now I'm back here. That's why I wanted to find a side of grace. That's why I really wanted to find a side of grace. It's fine. It's fine. We dropped down once and made it there before. We can do it again. We can do it all again. And again and again and again. Let's not fall to our dooms, though. Multiples of our dooms. There is absolutely no way to drop down on this from there. We saw that there's like a waterfall deep under there that has drop down elements built into it. So that's where we go. Okay. Okay. I need to make sure that I am not just exploding myself for no reason. Okay? Is important. Will I die? No. Perfect. See? Trustworthy. Reliable. Efficient. I have no confidence in myself whatsoever. I'm putting on a twig. The game within the game, you see. The game within the game within the game. I'm riding past everything. It's fine. What's the worst that could possibly happen? Seriously, what's the worst? Okay, I can think of a lot of things that are really bad. But other than those things, what's the worst that could happen? Cerulean Coast. Finger Ruins of Rhea. Who the heck is Rhea? What the heck is Rhea? So look out for fingers appearing out of portals, apparently. Hello, friend. Your devious sorceries are no match for my hammer. My hammer that is suboptimally statted and is still one of the best weapons I have because my build is suboptimal to begin with, so it's a perfect match. Quite indeed. Hello, old chap. Beautiful swingy camera. That's what you want to see from ranged combat in Elden Ring. Camera just swinging all over the place, like crazy. So let's not get hit by paralytic finger lasers. Always remain moving. Always fail. Okay, what the heck? What the actual heck? Okay, what the actual heck? Got my runes, though. Torrent! We're fine. Everything is hunky-dory. Everything is absolutely splendid. I need to figure out where that purple laser is coming from, though. It's coming from midair. It's just coming from the middle of frickin' nowhere. Who could be doing this? Oh, you're crafting the deviousness. Oh, it's like a flare that goes up into the air. So if you're underneath it, then you can't do anything about it. Torrent! Okay, we got this. Okay, these things are wild. These things are feral. We got this, though. It's better to not lock on for situations like this. When you're on a horse and there's a zillion enemies, lock on is just... that path leads to disaster and catastrophe. It's disorienting, but it works. It's disorienting, but it works. Hey, you. I now have a beef to pick with you. No, I have a bone with you. Beef with you, bone to pick with you. Oh, God. It's fine. Biggest stomp ever. Biggest stomp. They're much further away than I thought. Biggest stomp ever. We got him. We almost got him. I cannot see what's happening because I forgot that the lantern turns off every time you die. Good old AoEs. You know what else has an AoE? My magma spells that I didn't use that whole time. I think that was probably for the best. Okay, we destroyed a bunch of horrors, of vile atrocities that I wish I had never laid eyes on. And we're still down here. Our goal was to go up there and find a site of grace, so that's what I'm gonna do. Gonna ride right through this barren hellscape. Picking up some cool materials, though. These have tinges of orange in them. Or are those tinges of gold? Huh. It's hard to tell the difference between the 3 fingers and the petrified 2 fingers that are on top of the Divine Towers. You know? They've got similar visuals. Similar vibes. I ran past a crafting pickup. No, a piece of candy. Even better. Even better. Hello, friend. There are just zillions of these copy-pasted everywhere. I'm leaving. I am leaving! I'm going up onto the freeway. And I'm hitting 65 miles an hour real quick. That has to be an illusory wall. In a different parallel universe. Where this was a good game. Heh. Okay. Let's get the heck out of here. Let's go up there and see where this takes us. It's a lot of places. And boom. The fact that they have that purple spell scares me. The fact that I couldn't tell... Okay. This is another one of those enemies that has a lock-on point that is far forward on its hunched-over body. So if you get too close, its lock-on point can go over your head. It can go completely over your head. Okay, I don't know what your pathfinding is doing now. I guess you're just taking advantage of your body plan. That makes sense. Fair play. I shouldn't complain about things like that. They are trying to kill me, after all. They're well within their rights to be evasive and slippery. Is kind of the whole point of them trying to kill me. Are these stone eyes? What the heck are they? What the heck? I get a better view of that now. What is that? That could be like a dungeon or something. I think it's a boss, though. It has to be a boss. It's gotta be a boss. And it's still raining, so I still don't want to use my magma sorceries. Because everything has fire resistance because it's raining. I picked a bad time. There were a zillion hands on the wall over there, so now I'm just scanning these walls. There could be hands anywhere. This is a really barren land. A really barren land. I've been recording a while. Basically all I've done is wander around in this place and pick up a bunch of cool items. Okay, you. But you. But you. But you. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, it's that same magic. It's that same homing magic. I'm gonna get you, though. I'm gonna get you. I don't even have my magma boosting talisman equipped. Full charge. Good. Stagger you. Perpetually staggered. Yes. Magma sorceries. Claim victory once again. I don't need this. I'm gonna win. That wasn't a fluke. That was pure skill. Skill so pure. Okay. That one. That one up there. No. Not you. Not... You know what? You get Rykard's Rancor. I don't care. Get him, Rykard. Do it. Yeah, it worked. Now I can do this. And it'll break my lock on when it drops. And quick shot. And Gelmir's Fury. Gelmir is furious to be covered in these creepy hands. They do look, with the rings and everything, they're so similar to Rykard's hands, but I don't think they come from Rykard. I don't think Rykard is hacking off his hands and regenerating them over and over again. That would be crazy. This isn't a crazy game. This is Elden Ring, where everything always makes sense all the time. I think they just have something to do with blasphemy. And the serpent. And stuff. Okay, this is another preaching situation. Watch me. Watch me ambush. My prey. Boom. And then Gelmir's Fury. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Mount Gelmir style. Let me cool you down. There you go. I think they're just as weak to frost, honestly, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're not. Wait, I could have waited for the blue dew. Now, I just fought through a bunch of these, so clearly this plateau has something on it, right? Clearly this plateau has something on it, right? Right? Hello? Yeah, okay, that's... What is that? Is that... a dead demigod? That's like for a remembrance duplication thing. Is this the Shadowlands equivalent of a remembrance duplication thing? Also, I can go up here. Look at this. There could be so many little secrets hidden on so many of these. And I'm never going to find them because I don't care. I'm scared of heights. Okay, what is this? Headless demigod. Yeah. Remembrance duplication. Remembrance duplication. Remembrance duplication. I kind of want that other talisman for a storm build. But I don't think I'm going to get it. Okay. Well, I wandered around a lot this episode. I'm going to leave. I'm going to take a break. And next time I'm going up there. And hopefully it leads to the coastline. And I finally find a second map fragment. Goodbye. Take care of yourself.